It's really hard. It's never ending. I mean, you just don't get a break.
So not a 9 to 5 kind
not
of
a
job.
Not a 9 to 5.
I have celiac. Okay. Yeah, I have celiac. I actually ended up in the hospital in France in 2005, and that's when I got diagnosed.
You realized.
So getting loans, getting insurance, getting licenses, getting health permits, all of that stuff is a lot more onerous for a small farmer. It just consists of a much larger percentage of your expenses, and so it's just hard to make money doing this. We have a big mortgage on our place and a lot of expenses. And
I have a son with Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
We have people on our farm who do mechanics full-time, people who are welding, and people who are doing repairs, irrigation infrastructure, people who are seeding, harvesting, so sales.
And we made some terrariums to sell for the fundraiser, and they flew. They were gone in 2 hours.
It's a challenge. Farming is not easy. But the CSA movement has been really great for farms because it gives us a steady stream of income that we can count on. Up front when we need to buy seed and we're not producing a lot of crops to sell.
Okay. Can you define CSA?
CSA is community supported agriculture. People buy farm shares up front for the season and get a weekly subscription.
We're here because we need a winter outlet to sell our product, which is beef and pork.
So here it's much easier to start a business, even though it's more expensive here.
Okay.
Then that 7 at night can go to, or 8 at night can go to 9 or 10. Or later.
The cows get out.
How often? Too often.
Line is gluten-free for everyone, and quite frankly, most of our customers are just mainstream eaters. They just like the food because it's very fresh. We do everything by hand. So if we're going to put salted caramel inside, we're going to make homemade salted caramel. If we're going to use Nutella, we're going to make homemade Nutella. We use mostly organic. We mill most of our own flours. And
We decided, especially on winter layoff, to do this as a side business. And it's also a great way to blow off some steam, go in the basement, and listen to James Brown and make terrariums.
It's good feedback about the hamburger. People find that the hamburger is very, very good and are surprised that hamburger can have such a good taste. But I haven't had any supermarket meat in so long.
Really?
The two factors that on the production side that have the most influence over taste are diet and genetic.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people that come to the farmers market, they want to see local agriculture being supported.
One of our specialty crops that we grow that not a lot of people grow is the callaloo, it's the amaranth green. We have workers coming up from Jamaica, and it's a traditional food in the tropical region, so we grow it, and we've had a great response to that.
It's a family farm.
How long has it been in your family?
It's been in the family they're actually, it's on the 6th generation now.
We sell an heirloom pork product. We use old-time rare breeds that have very different genetics from the kind of modern conventional breeds that pork in the grocery store comes from. They were something I was excited about. We also feed them an organic diet. It's all custom mixed organic barley and peas, kelp. It's like really nutrient dense. Yeah, it's really satisfying, rewarding work.
Ours comes direct from the other farm to us and to this market. So more money goes in the hands of farmers.
I picked things up quickly, and I just got lucky and had a lot of good intuitions. I didn't really have enough experience to be able to know that the decisions I was making were the right ones, but I just got lucky and a lot of them were.
My sister-in-law and my brother work on the farm. Their son actually does most of the animal management, and he's in charge of that. Two of my sisters help out at the farmers markets. Her grandchildren work on the farm.
as soon as we give samples of stuff, it sells.
And whether they come weekly or monthly or quarterly, they're still coming to get that, local source. And they want to meet the producer. And I think that's the best part of the market. you know, other markets that go throughout the year, because you wind up doing several of them, you don't always get to talk to the person that actually makes your wine or grows your vegetables.
And then the Japanese garden with the fairies, those are always very popular too. Dinosaurs with the kids are also a big hit.
We have to fresh bake all of this for this market, so everything you see was baked yesterday or this morning.
People who buy a live animal from us first and then contract with me to do that, but so that's some of the most rewarding work I do, because then I get to control all of those processes by which, you know, the fruit of, like, you know, a year's worth of labor or whatever then becomes what the end user experiences.
I like to be outside. That's my favorite part of the job, harvesting.
I really think she's got celiac. Why don't I cook for you for a month and see what happens? And within 2 weeks she was cured.
That was a surprise. We were expecting it to be more local. I mean, it ended up being regional, but yeah, I think it just showed that we kind of tapped into something, this energy that was already there, and we just provided the venue for it. And then everyone came and shared their knowledge and their inspiration, and it was just really fun.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.